Hello, dear friend. It's been far too long since I've last written you. Sorry about that. The past few months has just been so crazy. I don't even know where to start. I guess the most important thing is, I finally have my own party. I used to be so scared of making parties because of what always ended up happening. Part of me thought I was cursed since so many of my companions around me died, but I think that's finally broken. I've already told you about my other two companions, Zoro and Vorin, in the last letter. They're doing well and have continued to impress me with everything they're capable of. I feel like we've really become closer. But I have yet to introduce you to my newest party member. We made camp outside a city when a mercenary approached us. They asked if they could share a fire, and of course we were more than happy to do so. I started to tell them about some of my previous adventures, since it seemed like they were a bit new to the adventuring life. And I think I left a good impression on them because we ended up running into them again. We took to calling them Lone Wolf since we only met them while they were alone. And because they acted so stoic. While greeting them again, I accidentally revealed my powers to them, and I had to explain everything. Just in case you don't remember, I was blessed with the dragon mark tattoo. It bestows powers onto me, and in exchange for those powers, I'm deeply tied into a fate yet to come. It means I'm meant to help a prophecy come to fruition. Unfortunately, I don't know what that fate is, just that it was meant to be something great in the future. After telling them all about that, and some misadventures I've been on, they asked to join my party. I think they were a little worried for me, but that just goes to show you how thoughtful and kind Lone Wolf really is. They ended up joining us on hunting down man-eating plants around a big village. It went really well. Well, until I ran out of arrows. I ended up borrowing their weapons and went into melee to take out the last plant. Unfortunately for me, it ended up being super poisonous. I tried to sweat out the toxins in the camp, but I ended up collapsing. Vorin and Zoro ran into the woods looking for ingredients to make an antitoxin, while Lone Wolf kept me company. To distract myself, I tried telling them about the story when I fell into the plane of Earth. But I was quickly fading. Whatever that poison ended up being was pretty lethal, and I may have made a bit of a fool of myself. I started rambling about how I didn't want to die just yet, how I had so much left to accomplish, and how so many people have already given up their lives just so I could carry on their hope. It was sort of embarrassing. They didn't leave my side once, though. They looked so scared to lose me. Fortunately for all of us, Vorin and Zoro came back in the nick of time. That's when I was fed. I forgot that was the moment I had my first kiss! I can't believe I forgot about that. By the green. They had to feed me a potion with their mouth since I was unconscious. Zoro keeps teasing me about it. We ended up taking a break in town after that. Since everyone insisted I needed more time to recover, Lone Wolf took me into town to enjoy a festival. I was super resistant against it, but after they got me some treats, I gave in. We ended up watching a play and just relaxing for the most of it. Afterwards, we talked about what happened with the poison, and they revealed they were riddled with so much guilt over it that I had to remind them it was my own fault. but they made a promise to me. No matter what, they would protect me. It was way too chivalrous for a mercenary like them. We found an inn eventually and stayed the night in the town. When I woke up, the other 2 party members were already busy, so it was just Lone Wolf and I again. In town, we met a fortune teller who revealed more of my prophecy. I was excited. Way too excited. I wanted to rush into things, with or without my party. Even though Lone Wolf expressed their suspicion, I let it blind me. They wouldn't let me go alone, and it was obviously a trap. We found a secret door in a nearby cave, and I got hypnotized by a crystal. Once I touched it, I went unconscious and was trapped in a force sphere. I left Lone Wolf alone to fight the devil who planned all of this. They fought her off until I could escape and help them in the fight. Once the tables turned, she turned tail and ran. But we found out something important to do with my prophecy. It's something big to do with fate. But that power it gives me apparently bestowed me with a curse as well. I don't know what that curse is, but I'm determined to find out. Lone Wolf, along with my other party members, vowed to help me discover what it is, even if we have a devil hunting us now. Our first stop was a cathedral in a nearby town, in the hopes to learn more about my destiny and possibly get aid in dispatching that devil. Strangely enough, we ran into someone I knew who was dealing with her own troubles. Serena, a half-vampire, joined by a bounty hunter. She and I don't see eye to eye, but she didn't try killing me this time, so maybe we're getting closer. We promised to take care of the cleanup on the demon issue, so the 2 of them could go rest up. But once we finally got free of my guild duties, they were long gone. Disappointing, but Lone Wolf seemed relieved. Especially since it seemed those 2 had history as well. Well, that's really all I can think of. I'm going to talk to the priest today about everything, then hopefully head out on whatever lead they give us. I'll make sure to write more often so I don't forget things in the future. And I'll make sure to visit you soon. Your friend always, Addley Strider.